So today I'm going to be talking about something a little different here. I'm going to be talking about something very insane to me. I mean, this shit, just about how often it's been happening, is baffling to me. These things have been dropping more than shoe lines have been dropping. Like a new pair of sneakers, like the new fours come out this month, the new fives are coming out that month. I'm talking about celebrities that are being caught being pedophiles. I mean, it's like every month. Like, we're just waiting at this point now. We're like, who's the next pedophile? Who's the next one? Like, and people probably taking bets now about it. Like, oh, I got $500. It's this guy's gonna be a pedophile. Oh man, it didn't hit. Or oh, hit. I got 2,000. And it is really insane because some of the people you expect it, you see it and you're like, makes sense, believe it. And then some of them you're like, yo, what the fuck? There's no way. And I'm gonna be going over some of them, and I just gonna give my little take on it. So the first person we have is Chris Tyson. Now, for those who don't know, this one was the most recent drop. This individual, was part of the Mr. Beast crew. Now, I have no opinion on the Mr. Beast crew. I don't really want to even talk about them because they really have nothing to do with his situation because, he's his own person at the end of the day and he makes his own choices. Chris Tyson got caught talking to an underage minor. I believe it was several. I'm not too familiar on the situation, so I don't want to get too deep into it. But what the fuck? Like, I don't like pedophiles in general. I think if you like pedophiles, that's a weird thing to like. That's something that should be very checked out. And it used to be now that they used to do videos on people catching them and just, reporting them to the police. But now there's a new one where they actually beat up the pedophile instead of going to the police. And I think they're both very good options. People gonna say, "Oh, but violence is not the answer." Yeah, when you try to touch little kids, I don't have a lot of sympathy for you. I don't really have any sympathy for you. And I'll tell you, you're getting the light end of the punishment. Like, in other countries, you die. I think there was something in Russia where someone got caught doing some pedophile shit and he got stabbed about 60 something times and they ruled it a suicide. And I'm just like, you know what? I'm not even going to question it. I guess it was a suicide. But this individual got caught doing some pedophile shit. And, you know, I kind of saw it coming because he kind of looks like a creep. He looks like a straight pedophile. So, I'm not all that surprised. One that I was surprised with, actually, was Dr. Disrespect. Besides the mustache, because he kind of does have, like, the creepy pedo mustache, I'll be honest. He, like, I didn't really see his coming. And, like, that was a shock to me. That was honestly a real shock to me. I was like, yo, what the fuck? Because sometimes it's initially a shock to you, and then later on you're like, you know what? It makes sense. But his is, like, still kind of a shock that, he's doing that shit. And it's very weird that, like, a lot of celebrities, a lot more than we think, are into that stuff. Another one, this one, the most legendary one out of all of them, was EDP 445. EDP 445, I think, was the one that started it all. I'm just talking about the YouTube field of it, not the, like, celebrities, like movie stars, stuff like that. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking more about the YouTubers. It's like when you find out what they really are like, you just create, like, resentment towards them. Like, now I resent him. Like, when that happened, I was in utter shock. I was like, no way. EDP was just, a guy talking about random shit. He's very funny. It's very weird. I'll be honest. It's very weird, very strange, like, what they do. And then to come to find out, it wasn't the first time. It was like the sixth or seventh time. It's like, yo, what the fuck? Nobody stopped him the first time. And listen, it's like, I did like his content. So it was like watching. It's like Never Meet Your Heroes, kind of. Because, what the fuck, man? Like, why would you do that shit? Like, really, why? It was like, you were so funny. You could have been so big. And you went and did this shit. And now it's like depressing. It's like, yo, what the fuck, man? Like, the fuck is good with you? Now he's another one, Drake. Me personally, I've never been a fan of Drake. I've never really liked him. Like, he's had a couple good songs in my opinion. That's just me personally. I know a lot of people like him. He's got a big fan base, but really, other than that, not been that popular. So with Drake, I just wasn't a big fan of his, and truthfully, I could kind of see him doing that weird type of shit just because of like, I don't know, just something about him. It's with a lot of these pedophiles, there's something like there. You really can't put your finger on it. It's just like sometimes, not all of them, some of them. It's like you see it. You see something. It's like you look at somebody and you're like, yeah, it's most likely he's a pedophile. Like I'm talking about celebrity wise. You know, I know I said I wasn't really gonna talk about celebrities, but him, like, I kind of did want to talk about, and I have about two other ones that are actual celebrities that I did want to talk about. Another one being Diddy the Diddler. I didn't know about Diddy until the Diddy allegations came out, and bro, I'm like 20 something years old, so it's like I just really wasn't in. I'm not really big into rap. Like, I'm more into like the small time rappers, like rappers from like Brooklyn, stuff like that. Like, I'm not really big into like the big time rappers. Like, very few I actually like. And Diddy, what we found out about Diddy was nuts, bro. This motherfucker is doing weird shit, hosting weird parties like he's fucking uh Jeffrey Epstein. Fucking apparently he's fucking Meek Mill in the ass. Like, hey, yo, what the fuck? The fuck kind of shit are you on, bro? People start like, I'll be looking at like an Instagram post, and then I'll just look at the comments, because yo, Instagram comments are the funniest fucking thing you will ever see. And you'll just see nice try Diddy, nice try Diddy, nice try Diddy, or it's like Diddy the diddler, Diddy's diddling people. Yo, it's bad. And then yo, the fact that people like, I gotta give a shout out to him because I actually like his content a lot. Stacks Wapo, bro, when he does the Diddy fucking character, it is comical. When he does like, you've been invited to the Diddy party, yo, that shit has me in fucking tears. That shit has me crying. I actually watched this. I didn't watch him specifically, but I watched, like, he was part of the YouTube group that I grew up on, which is Mini Lad. I watched the Vanos crew. Basically I grew up on their channel. Like, that was my childhood channel. That was what I always watched every day. I used to have swim class, and I hated going to swim class, so I would literally just hide in the bathroom and watch Vanos all day. That, I'm not even joking. That's what I used to do. And I didn't find out about the mini lad thing because, I got a little older. I started, I was doing other stuff. I wasn't really watching, Vanos anymore. I didn't find out about it till like maybe like 2-3 years later, I would say. Maybe it was like a little while later. I don't know the exact timeline on it, but from what I understand, it's crazy. Like what happened was nuts. Apparently he was talking to like minors and shit like that. Like, yo, and it's crazy. Like, a lot of YouTubers, like a lot of fucking people who do like TikTok, YouTube, all this stuff, they're really into that shit, and it's weird. And listen, for all intended purposes, you know, even though there's sizable amount of fucking evidence against these people, I'm going to say they're innocent until proven guilty. Well, for legal purposes, I'm saying that. But the mini last situation was really upsetting because he was part of the group that I grew up on. It wasn't more of upsetting, like, I was pretty indifferent about it, but like, thinking about it nostalgically, it's like, damn, bro, it's really to think that like somebody I grew up watching, like, he was part of that group, that he ended up starting to do this shit. It's like, it's fucked up, man. Honestly, it's like really fucked up. This person, they weren't doing some pedophile shit. They weren't doing some pedo shit. They were doing very weird things. And I'll give it to Stephen Hawking. Now, what came out about him, I don't know if it's true or not. I don't know. But this shit was comical. He was several times on the Epstein Island. He liked to watch midgets do math naked. What in the utter... What the fuck? Like, I don't even know if I should say, hey, yo. Like, bro, that shit is just weird. Like, what kind of shit are you on? You know, it's very sad to see a lot of, like, these people, because a lot of these people had big followings and stuff like that. Well, anyway, that's all I have for today. See you guys in the next episode. Have a good one.